You know what I miss? I miss number 7 Juicy. Number 7 Juicy was different from number 10 Juicy, bro. You know, last year we played real good. Now we're fucking shit. We're fucking shit, bro.
Yo me siento bien, él se siente bien, así que es cuestión de trabajo y seguir enfocado, nada más. No hay que hacer tanto biribiri con un jugador, entonces hay que estar positivo y tirar para adelante todos juntos. No creo que lleve algo positivo el comentario tuyo o las preguntas, pero bueno, hay que seguir.
Perfectamente bien, señores. Nos
Pues
vamos.
ya,
¿No? ¿Qué?
pues qué, Jorge, ¿cuál es tu pronóstico?
Mi pronóstico, hijo, nos van a meter un 3-1.
Sí, yo 2-0. Yo
¿Tú
creo
2-0?
que también
But I think collectively, again, I think we create a handful of decent chances and situations, and we got to capitalize on them. I think Emmy, we played him on the left tonight. Obviously, Diego's out for what we expect to be close to a month or three to 4 weeks. And Ethan got good minutes on the right again. I thought Rodney came in and did a decent job, but Emmy's, I think, energy and certainly commitment in the first half was good. I think once we rearranged our structure defensively a little bit, it helped calm them from going through the middle. I thought from that standpoint, the latter part of the second half, we had a better control of eliminating them from going through the middle. But they're a good team. They keep the ball, they move you around. The second half, again, as you give up a goal, you got to charge a little bit. And when you start chasing the game against a club like LFC or LA Galaxy, when you have Puig, Delgado, and Brugman, if you're a little slow to any plays, they've got quality to rip inside you. But I think the guys' effort and energy throughout the entire match was exemplary, as it always is.
The two designated players for the Galaxy making a huge difference tonight as we Rigoni. And it's right into the gloves of Jonathan Klinsmann. And the touch gets away from him, but it's a different look having Rigoni higher up the field and closer to the goal, and having Drusi higher up the pitch and closer to the goal.
Hi everybody, this show is going to be in English, so don't go anywhere. Nada más déjenme presentarles. Les damos la bienvenida hoy que es lunes 24 de abril de 2023. Les damos la bienvenida en un programa más. Vean nada más qué belleza tengo aquí a un lado. Pero déjenme invitarlos primero a que nos visiten en clubdeportes.com, que nos visiten también en todas las redes sociales, @clubdeportes, en Instagram y en todos lados. Y antes de pasarnos al otro lado, te voy a presentar, Michelle. Gracias por
Jorge.
venir. Déjame decirte.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias por venir.
Otra vez, escuché que llamaste por mi nombre.
Sí.
Hace como 2 programas. Entonces,
dije, es que es muy sweet. Estaba muy sweet el señor Miguelito. Pero ok, we're gonna switch now in English. And muévenos a la cámara número 2, señor Jerry, because I'm gonna welcome. Now we're gonna switch. Miguelito, how are you? Let me introduce you first.
Good, Jorge. Can we talk about something different, like Aaron Rodgers in the Jet that go to the Jets or something different? Because
I don't know, El Chavo del Ocho or something like that, right? Yeah. No, I mean, I think this time we have some positive stuff that I want to talk about.
Positive
show.
So.
Okay, so gonna be a positive show.
But finally, Kevin, welcome, Kevin Morrs. You know him on Twitter. He has a very unique way to tweet and very facts. All the facts. Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for changing the language of the show.
That's the problem we have.
I'm not worthy.
That's the problem we're thinking, because if you don't understand us, let us know. Because
so we can speak Spanish.
Yeah, because especially the English is not really good. Well, we're going to start with that. I think you heard Drusi, and I don't know if you guys saw the post he did this morning, before we go to the game and everything. The post he did this morning on...
was it this morning or was it yesterday?
It was
yesterday.
Sunday, okay, it was yesterday. I saw him this morning. And saying, we are... And he told me that on the camera, on the interview we did with him on the... he said we need to get together and and there is something. I mean, this exactly same words. Last year, Felipe Martins told us exactly the same thing. You know, like we need to be together and everything. I don't know what kind of stuff we can do, or what he means with that. Who wants to start?
Well, I thought he probably saw my tweet that I said Austin FC had a 0.1% chance of winning the game. So he said 99% of, so he referenced something of that. Hopefully he didn't, and hopefully, he came to that conclusion himself. But I mean, what else can he say? I think, being the captain, he needs to bring some positivity to the club. I mean, regardless, that's just his role, whether he believes it or not. I think he will, believes it, but I just think that as a captain, Driussi being who he is, he needs to put something out there. What are they going to say, right? It would be better if you kind of take accountability for what's going on with the club, but I just think that, it kind of sent a message, and he turned off the comments. So yeah. I thought that was very interesting. He doesn't want to hear from anyone.
That's exactly. I wanna because I wanna say a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna let you give your opinion about it.
I just think we're at a point where anything they say, ultimately it's empty until there's a performance on the field, right? There's literally nothing that they can say about what they're doing in practice, what they're doing off the field that is going to matter until we see a goal in a game, right?
That's exactly what I mean.
To me, he should say completely different stuff. He should say, we're playing...
He shouldn't say.
Yeah, no, he should say, we are playing bad, we are not doing what we used to do, we have to improve in this, and this, and we're working on that.
But he's not going to say that. He's not going to, never. I don't think a player is going to say that.
It's just to be accountable. It's that part that say, I'm responsible, I'm the captain, we're not playing good, we're going to fix it.
What I think,
that's the message that you need to send.
No, what I think is he shouldn't say anything. He's the captain.
No. He needs to say something.
This is what I think. I think he shouldn't be like, he has to understand. Do you saw the amount of tweets, like negative tweets, attacking tweets, after the game on Saturday? Do you guys saw them?
Right. They were all over
the video is from one of those tweets.
Right. I think you have those extreme fans that are gonna,
the dramatic fans
are gonna say F words and whatnot. But I did see some fans today were tagging him and were saying like, hey, you need to step it up. You and Rigoni, criticizing their performance because Driussi, who we saw last season, isn't who he's not showing up this season. And I think one of my other points that I wanted to bring today to this table was, I know where a lot of the criticism is going towards Wolf, but the players also need to be accountable. Like his substitutes, I actually didn't mind them this game, but I just think that something's going on where, that's not, the players aren't doing what, Wolf is putting them out there to do. What else can he do, Like, what else? Wolf, Josh Wolf.
Change the defense, put Rick at the front, remove Wolf from there. He can do a bunch of stuff, but he's not changing anything. Remove Rigoni from the 11. He can do a bunch of stuff.
Who do you put in for Rigoni, though?
Well, we're talking probably about this game. He didn't have that much choice on this one.
Right.
But before, he shouldn't take Rigoni. We have pon el Rigonímetro. This is going to be
why don't play with two forwards? Why do you play with Ruti and Sardes?
Before we go to the Rigonímetro, I want you to see. There's something like really, really interesting. And I'm talking about cábalas. How do you say cábalas in English?
¿Cábalas? ¿Qué es
cábalas?
cábalas?
Supersticiones.
Superstitions?
Superstitions? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it because Rigoni has been in. Every time Rigoni is there, something happened. Échame. Wait. Échame el Rigonímetro.
Come on.
Check it this.
We're
Come on.
We're at 0% of what we say.
Eh? No. Let's see the rigonimetro and then we talk about it.
Oh, come on.
Hold on. Okay, tell me.
But that they need to remove Rigoni from there? Yeah, I mean, it's clear to me.
I'm saying.
I just said 5 minutes or 2 minutes ago. It's not working. It's not working the way that the system that Wolf is putting right now.
It's probably sarcasm or a joke, but it's not strange that with Rigoni everything changed.
I feel like there's two things going on. I think that he came in last season, and at that point in the season, we were starting to kind of slow down. We were cooking. We were throughout the rest of the season, and at the point he came in the season, I think we were starting to slow down anyway. And then this season, with Zardes and Rigoni together, and the way he set us up, he was setting us up. It's almost like the entire system was built around maximizing those two guys. And that was to the detriment of things like the Fagundes and Driussi partnership and Gallagher on the left too. And he destabilized everything we were doing to get the best out of Zardes and Rigoni, and neither of them delivered in this new system. And then now, what do we have? We're stripping it back, and we're going back to the way we played last season, the same formation. So to me, it's Rigoni's not performing. He's not scoring. The system's built around him, but also that's on Josh Wolf too. Right. I mean, why did we change everything up to integrate these two guys? These are not the stars of the team. The stars of the team last year were Fagundes and Driussi, were they not? So why? Why destabilize?
I don't know. That's in a normal world, he shouldn't be winning his initial 11 position game after game. But he got it, and actually he didn't lose it. I mean, and right now, all the games on 2023, he's going to be there. I mean, right now, because Diego is not there. But actually, with Diego or not Diego, Emi is going to be there because Jorge wants him there.
Right.
To me, the biggest change is, and it's not related to that one, it's Ring move it to the back, and Ring is not in the midfield.
But that's the positive stuff that I'm seeing. Wait, that's the positive.
I didn't say that.
Don't start fighting.
I didn't say that.
That's the positive stuff that I saw on this game. Can you puedes poner la alineación, Jerry, si es que ya la tienes. You see, the only thing we really missed there, it's a center back, like Kip Keller.
It's not the only thing that we're missing.
No, because I'm saying if we had a Kip Keller there instead of Alex Ring, and Alex Ring on the place of Wolfito, okay, basically we have the same starting 11 than last year, or very similar than last year, right? Even with Rigoni on the right, on the left side, you
don't have Diego over there, but that change is a big one, Jorge.
Obviously,
I mean, you have an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old in the midfield with no experience, and in front you have Delgado, Ricky Puig, and the other guy that they have like a 25, 26, 20. I don't know how many international games between those guys. Yeah, it's a huge advantage for those guys. Yeah. That's to me the biggest concern and the big change that we have. Cascante was out in the second game, if I remember.
First game.
First game.
The
First game.
10 minutes.
And they
15 minutes.
Since there start all these make changes.
But okay. Let's talk about Ring. Let's talk about Ring. Okay. No. Let's talk about Ring. Cascante with Cascante today, would be the same thing.
It's not
Because
it's not
Alex,
the issue of the defense. It's the issue in the middle because
you're gonna have to interrupt us. Huh?
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I think I've come to a conclusion that the issue for Austin FC isn't their defense anymore as much as their middle. I
Absolutely.
100% agree with that. The midfield was everywhere this past game against Galaxy, and then you have the counter, and then Owen Wolf had to hustle back. I mean, obviously that was on him, but if you had more of like a Kip Keller, possibly, I don't know, Ring, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what.
I think at this point,
I just think that all the drafts, all the signings during these last two seasons have been a bust besides Driussi.
Yeah, I think so.
No. Leo's
Leo's
Okay,
good.
Leo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Leo's
Leo.
really good.
Okay, two good ones.
But I think you're right. It's the midfield, but it's also the way they had been set up to play. So it's not entirely on the players. And then also I think it's striker, because I just don't think we have a guy with gravity in up top that really commands attention or runs behind the lines. But in the midfield, a big part of the issue is that Owen and Danny, they're not exactly the same player, but they're so similar. And what they do is they get the ball, they're great turning out of pressure, and then they move forward with the ball at their feet where they hit like a quick little pass. And what Alex Ring does is he gets the ball and he turns and he pings a ball. He hits dimes. He hits fast-moving balls up the field or switches the point of attack. And neither Owen nor Danny do that. And so we're super one-dimensional despite having two guys, right, in that position. I do think we've been a little bit better when Owen has been a little bit higher up the field and not
even on the right wing. Even on the right wing, he does better.
I think really highly of Owen Wolf. He's with the US U20 national team. It's not just Josh Wolf, his dad, that thinks he's a good player. It's other people in US soccer that think he's a good player. But he's really young, and man, we put so much responsibility on this kid. He's 18 years old, and he's running the midfield. It's just too much for him.
Do you think? He's running the midfield because his dad is giving the. Do you think he will be doing the same thing in another team? In MLS?
No.
I don't. That's a tough.
He's a pretty good guy.
Do you think he's gonna be on, like the team on his shoulders in any other?
But it's the issue is not could be him with Ring. It's like I agree with him. It's you have two kind of the same one. So you need to put that one with experience that coach the kid and say, hey, move here, move there, cover here. And that's Ring's position. That's the captain of Ring.
Let's be real. If you have Danny Pereira and Alex Ring, do you think Josh Wolf is not going to put his son somewhere?
He can play on the right side instead of Rigoni. I'm
think
okay with that.
That's a really good idea, actually.
I'm okay with that. He played over there a lot of times.
I saw playing. I saw on the starting 11. I saw Finley in the starting 11. I love him. And the way he played for, I would say 60, 70 minutes, I like him.
If you did that back three that we were playing for a while, and you had the Gallagher up high and Owen inside instead of the far wide position, if Gallagher had that far wide position with Owen inside, that might be good. That might work.
That's another thing. Gallagher, it was kind of lost on this game. I saw him kind of lost with Finley on the wing. That's what I think, because Gallagher was not really going up the way he used to on another game.
But Gallagher was on the other side, no?
I saw Gallagher.
He played the left side, no?
I think so.
He plays left side.
Nick
Lima played the right side.
They might have rotated though from time to time.
I saw a couple. Well, actually, you're gonna see the highlights.
No.
I saw the game a couple times, and you're right. You're right because Lima did a good job too. I don't know if you guys like.
But Lima, and that's another issue that we have with Julius Komanic. At the moment that we lost Komanic, you need to move Gallagher, that was playing really well from the right side, to the left.
Okay.
And he cannot connect to the left yet.
Yeah.
He used to be our best player on the right side. But now, because we lost that one, now you need to make another move. And now Lima is over there. And Lima is not the back and forth one. Gallagher
Well,
is.
what you had was Gallagher played really well on the left side with Fagundes, and now he
Correct.
gets switched to be on the left side with Rigoni.
Rigoni,
But
and
actually, we
That's
had just kind of started to have with Gallagher on the right side and Rigoni and Wolf in that game against Vancouver. We actually, especially in the second half, they actually had a little bit of chemistry going on. And now
It's gone.
against Galaxy. It's gone. We're doing something new entirely again.
So why does Wolf make these decisions? Why? Like, help me understand, because I really am trying to understand.
I think
Like, is it the lack of? But he has coaching experience, right? So I don't want to be disrespectful and be like it's the lack of coaching experience. But yes, it is a fact that this is his.
You don't think
first.
that is a lack of trust in their own players? You don't trust in any defense,
No,
so you need to
no,
put
no,
a
no.
ring over there.
I think
you don't
this-
trust in Keller. You don't trust in the other two guys that we hire
I think,
in
you see,
the
I
center
think
back.
this has to do more with the soccer, more that is on the field. It has to do more on the environment.
Maybe.
Josh Wolf said a couple times he brought to the conference the Diego Fagundes contract. Like, oh, we give him this, but he never said, Diego, Drews is making $1 million more. The race was $1 million. He never mentioned that, right? Because that's an offense. That would be offensive for
your best
for
player.
Driussi,
Especially after them almost
but it's not
MVP.
for Diego. No, it's not. It's not offensive for Diego. He does some comments about some players on the conferences or before or after the games, and this obviously it creates a little disagreement inside. But this is the thing. He's kind of everything on the game. I mean, on the team. He's the sports director. He's the coach. He's the
dad.
mentor.
It's hard.
That's true. Yeah.
And
Adds a
let
layer,
me
for
say
sure.
something. I'm gonna say something very quick. When I was 4 years old, my uncle, I had an uncle that was a professional soccer player on Pumas on his team. When I was 4 years old, my uncle started playing on Pumas. His career was very short. He retired at 26 because on the beginning of the 80s, a knee problem. It was like done, right? So he moved to Secretario Técnico and then sports director he did 15 years sports director on. So when my mother passed away, I moved with him. And I saw him. I was very close to my uncle being sports director from León, from Atlante. And I saw him talking to Ricardo Lavolpe, to Hugo Sánchez, because he was the boss, right? He was, and this is what I learned from the soccer family, let's say. And a sports director is basically the boss of, or the one below the owner, right? So if you have anything to say no sé si tienes una foto, ahí buscas una foto, Jerry, buscas alguna foto de mi tío. Se llama Jesús Iturralde.
No sé ni cómo se llama.
Jesús Iturralde, ahorita. Okay, so basically, what I'm going to is, on one night, I saw him talking to players, and everybody complains to the sports director. I mean, believe me, I was next to my uncle. I was 15 years old. I was 17 years old, and I saw Hugo Sánchez. Actually, Ricardo Lavolpe telling my uncle, you know what? This guy's an asshole. You need to do something with him. So my uncle was going and talk to these people, and it was like that, right? Mm-hmm. One night, I remember we were at home because I was living with him and Leon, and somebody knocked the door like at, I don't know, midnight. And there were 5 players from Leon. And they went in, he was like, okay, that's fine.
Wow.
That's fine.
What happened? What happened to the bloodline?
He passed away in 2011, sadly. But anyways, these people knocked the door, and there were 5 players. That's my uncle. That was my uncle. He was my uncle.
That's so cool.
So but this is what I'm going to.
I hope.
So I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk
We're
about.
gonna start crying over here, Jorge.
Okay, and this is basically what that's when he moved to Leon. So basically, 5 players knocked the door at midnight at his house, and they went to talk to him. They said, you know what? We can handle.
Is he played with Cabinho and Hugo Sanchez?
Cabinho and Hugo Sanchez.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Oh my!
He was on the champion, Pumas champion, the first one, 1977.
Do you have one of those T-shirts?
No, man. He didn't have anyone.
Really?
He didn't have no.
Okay, pues
No, he didn't have anyone. You see that the one he's calling
Is that you?
Is my primo. No, it's my
Oh, like just you.
It's my primo Adrian. Anyways, okay. Bring us back, okay. Jerry, because I'm gonna cry. Okay, let me go back to the stuff. Okay.
Okay, 5 players outside.
10 minutes later.
They knocked the door, and there were 5 players, and the important players from Leon. And they said, you know what? We can handle the coach. Just like that. Okay. If you don't
We can or can't?
We can't.
Cannot.
Okay.
We cannot.
Okay.
If you don't kick him out, we're not playing tomorrow. On Saturday. They were gonna play on Tigres on Monterrey. They were gonna fly on Friday. So they went to talk to him. And his decision was like, what I do, I'm gonna have to fire the coach. He talked to the owner and said, we're gonna fire the coach. They fired the coach on Friday before the game, and the team start doing the same because actually they were not doing good. But this is what I'm going to. Right now, if you're a player, Austin FC player, if you want to complain something about your coach, what you do?
You can't.
Who do you talk to?
Yeah, you can't go to the owner.
You can't go to the owner.
Yeah.
Who
would happen
is this
if
a
you were to
problem?
You go
to
to
the
the
owner.
sports director. Oh, it's the same guy.
or if you go to the
Right.
interim,
Oh, it's the same guy.
So Rubio.
it's
yeah.
basically there. I mean,
Right.
Josh,
Does Rubio have any power? I mean, I know.
no, Josh
on
is
paper,
there.
he's
He's showing. He's practically teaching him what to do. So this is my question. I'm going to leave it on the table. If you're a player and you are unhappy with the coach, and you're an Austin FC player, what do you do?
You leave when you can. I mean, right?
You make Instagram posts with
Yeah.
veiled complaints about it. I think that's it. Yeah, but I agree. I mean, there has to be a coach needs a boss, right? There has to be someone in the organization who has authority over the coach, and then that person, the owner, is the boss of them. But you can't kind of like the owner can't be the boss of the coach. Like they're not going to be able. They don't have the expertise on like day-to-day stuff. So it is a big kind of gap in the organization to not have Reyna there in the capacity that he has been.
Therefore, Wolf has no pressure. Do you guys feel?
It's like,
Like barely
who
this last.
challenged Wolf?
Right.
Who
That's
challenged
what
the
I'm
coach?
I asked him already. And he said, I asked him a couple times.
Yeah.
I said, who do you have to give results, right?
To the owner,
Is it to the owner?
of course. Yeah, I'm the only one. And the owner is going to say until the end, oh, no worries. We sold out.
No.
We leave all
Another
money.
thing that I learned when I was on that party is like, the owner is usually not friend with anybody, right? So if the owner wants to
Because
fire a coach, I mean, he just fires him.
it's a business for him.
It's a business, exactly. And he's going to
Yeah, but
retire him in
then
10 years. It's not a problem.
We need a sporting director, though, because who is going to hire the next coach, right? Like, I mean, then you have that problem, because is Precourt the right guy to talent ID the next
don't
coach
think-
of Austin?
And we discussed that one before. We discussed that one before. It's like we're gonna have a new window to hire new players. Okay, in what couple of months or a month. Okay, who's gonna decide that one? Wolf already told us. Oh, I'm gonna be sitting with this guy, and we're gonna decide who's gonna be there.
And he mentioned Claudio Reyna.
And he
No, he said he's still here. Oh, no, actually, no. He said, I as far as I know, he's still part of the
still
organization.
fired.
Because you were there.
Yes.
We were there, yeah.
Yes.
But at the end, if they hire a new player, is responsible of who? It's gonna be Wolf and a
But
couple of more
that's
here.
the
So
point with Rigoni.
exactly.
I mean,
So
who hired Rigoni? Because
Let's say Wolf.
because Reina wasn't there.
I think this is my hypothesis, and kind of putting two together, and I think everyone kind of comes to the conclusion that Wolf and Driussi have a great partnership, and he said, "Hey, get this guy," and he was like, "I, see tape, whatever. I don't know what tape, because I didn't know who he was before he came to Austin FC." And I just think that he had his friend to help him out to come to this team.
That it's perfect, and that happened in Tigres in Mexico
all
with
Gignac. And it happened in Monterrey with Funes Mori.
In many different places.
It happens all over the place.
But that doesn't mean that he needs to play every single minute.
Correct.
But the problem is the money. He's making $2 million.
They
He's
put as a
making
designated player.
$2,400 a year. I mean, $2,400,000. Sorry for my mathematics. $2,400,000.
And I'm sorry to go reference again, but Turan in the Tigres, he made like a $4 million. And not because of that, Tuca Ferretti put it. He was on the bench. Right. I mean, he's not good. He's not going to put it there.
But that's the thing is, when you have a sports director that is your coach, he's going to make him play.
Absolutely.
If you have a sports director that is the coach and he has a son that is playing at 17 years old, he's going to make him play. No?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think, honestly, I like Wolf. I like Wolfito. I like Wolfito a lot. And I think he's good. But I don't think he's good for initial 11 of at this moment.
Certainly not like every game.
Not
exactly.
That's the thing to me. Like,
exactly.
I think against LAFC he did fine. Like especially like when they were pressing high, he was great. But Ring offers something different. But just to go back, like I'm still not Wolf out or anything. But I agree completely that structurally there's a really big problem at the team if Wolf doesn't have a boss, and that's really going to kind of cascade into so many different problems down the line, and it's like something that urgently needs to be solved. And maybe Rubio's the guy. Like the second team was built really well, right? Like that team, every player on that team functions really well the way the coach wants to play within like the Austin FC system. But the first team is not built nearly that well. We get guys like Carozzo that Wolf doesn't even want to play. We get Rigoni that we then have to change the entire system. So if Wolf, I have no idea how much he was involved in signing Rigoni. If he was involved, it makes no sense because then he had to change entirely how we play once he gets here.
And as he said, if he was involved, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, right now we're talking about 18 games. I mean, it's not a matter of one or two, and he's talking good about him. You ask him, I ask him, before we go to las entrevistas, Jerry. So I ask him, go ahead, pon las entrevistas, Jerry.
I'm not even saying good things about Rigoni anymore.
Yeah. I mean...
Okay, go for it.
He has a nice
We're going backwards. I haven't seen a game so with that order defensively talking. What happened after the minute 50?
Say that again. After 50 or 15?
No, after the minute 50, when it seems like when they scored, the team just gives up.
Well, I mean, I guess you're entitled to your opinion. I mean, that's your opinion. So I'll leave, you can have your opinion.
Well, why? I mean, the question actually was why. I mean, I looked at the team was very good order with the pressure. It was given pressure to Galaxy, but after they scored, they changed. I mean, everything changed on the field. Can you give me your opinion after the score?
I'll have to look at it and see. Try to look into what you're saying.
On this season, every game we see you being the face of the team. You're not the captain, but we have you here. I mean, it's good to talk to you. But what happened is the other people doesn't feel comfortable to talk. You are the one who it's a different kind of leadership. Why you have to be in front every time there is something going bad on the team?
I thought this was my first time doing this media. Normally I'm only in the scrums. But I think when interviews come up, Ryan, Cam, Emily, they all just kind of come to us and they tell us who's going to be doing it. I think every week, I mean, I'm pretty sure Seb and Pepe did the media scrum this week. Yeah. When they at the facility. So, I mean, you see a lot of different guys. Leo's out there speaking. You have Emmy was talking one week. So I think the idea of just my voice being the only voice you're hearing is
after the games.
I mean, I've been at home games. I've seen a lot of guys stop in the scrums and talk.
But you feel comfortable? I mean, that's basically my question. Do you feel comfortable being the face of the team?
I mean, I don't think I'm the face of the team. I'm a third-year player here. I'm the goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are always the most vocal. When you guys ask to talk to players, I will always put my hand up to give you the answers and what I'm feeling. There are other players that aren't as vocal, but they lead in various different ways. But I wouldn't say that for any reason that I'm the face. I just am here, and I will be here for a while, and this is the club that I love.
Okay. When you just said,
I mean, yeah, it's. He always say, I wanna talk.
Okay, why Rigoni? Why Driussi?
Why our captain?
I mean, why
the captain is the captain, and he needs to be there.
So Stuver is captain, easy, right?
I mean,
I don't see over there that say captain.
No, but
I didn't see that they.
But you saw Ring. You saw Ring fighting with Chicharito like a captain.
Yeah, the Driussi as captain thing's a little odd. He doesn't really have the personality.
I really don't care who is the captain.
No. You need to have a real captain there. You saw Chicharito fighting with everybody. You see Vela fighting with everybody. You see Mukhtar fighting with everybody. You see putting respect.
I don't think it's important when you have multiple captains. I mean, you have like 2 or 3 captains, real captains at the. No, you have Stuber and you have Ring at least that are there.
No, necesita que haber un capitán.
Yeah, I'm agree. Send him to otro, por favor.
There needs to be a captain.
Richie,
because if not, you're going to have the same problem that we're talking about with sporting directors. I mean,
exactly.
There's no leadership. But yes, I mean, you.
Not because Ring doesn't have captain, is not the captain of the team.
Yes, but if you play soccer, if you've ever played soccer, and I want to say that you've never played soccer, but when you have the captain armband, you are the leader, of course, on the field. And you have to set the tempo.
Of course, he has to. I mean, of course, the captain has to be the guy who cuts the queso.
But
it was Driussi last year.
But not every captain is confrontational.
But it was Driussi last year.
No, he wasn't. I never saw Driussi as a captain before and right now. I mean, I saw him like the best player we have. I saw him like the guy with a lot of energy, but I don't see him as a captain.
If I suppose that they gave the captain like 6 games before finish the last year, what you say?
No,
when he was playing the best, almost MVP.
I think
you say, you know what? Could be a good captain.
Yes.
Now because he's not playing really well or he's not scoring a lot of now we start to say, why he's the captain?
Miguelito. We talk to Driussi Thursday.
Yes.
Right? When you have a translator right there next to him, it can't be.
It can be. I agree.
I'm talking about Thursday. I'm not talking about last year or anything. Okay. So I don't think there's a question. I mean, he is the best player we have. He's not the captain we need.
And I think the issue for this conversation was because you wanted another player besides Stuber to be the post-game press conference talking to the media.
No, it's because he was there when Violet. He was the one who talked to us after Violet lost. He was there after the loss with. I mean, like he has been there on when we talk to the people on the locker room. He's always there. He's always there. I mean, you don't see. I asked him, can we have?
I mean,
they send you 2 people.
He's an excellent person.
I mean, he is the most valuable player right now for Houston FC.
Doesn't matter.
Honestly.
Doesn't matter. We need to see people saying, you know what, Go ahead.
You guys go to a press conference every time that we finish a game in the Q2 real quick. But the only player that always go around the whole stadium saying like this to hold it's Stuber. Always.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the biggest issue going on with the team, right? I mean,
No,
it's
it's
probably
not.
on the scale of what's wrong with the season.
It's not.
It's not Driussi as captain.
I think it was hilarious that Wolf wouldn't even comment on that. I don't know if you heard the press conference. Wolf said, "I'm not even going to touch that."
But you know, going back to just the last one. Going back to the ownership,
Sorry
right?
to interrupt, by the way.
Because we have the owner, we have another guy after the owner, which is the general manager, right? Andy. Should he? I mean, I don't know if he's available. He's not available. He has the power to do something, or he just checking who cuts the grass.
I think he's like more on the business.
Yeah, he cuts the grass. Who sells?
He's in the admin.
He's not
in
the
the admin.
sporting
way.
There is another thing that I'm seeing, and I've seen this not because they follow Michel, but that's the new one they follow in Espanol, like the media. Okay, if you have an owner that is really involved with the decisions, he's gonna say, you know what, hey guys, you need to do something and follow more Hispanics or whatever, right? Nobody, you can complain, you can, ¿cómo se dice denunciar? You can denunciar like.
Denunciar, file report.
Well, not a final report, but you can do something to complain about what is happening inside the team. Okay, there is nobody to say, okay, we're gonna fix it.
But is there? Do you think that there is some players that want to file a complaint or want to complain?
I think, and I
think
a waiter told me that there are some players that they don't have anywhere to go.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, who they gonna talk to? This is a friendship, ownership and coaching. They are friends for a long time, right? So Wolf, I don't think Wolf is gonna go, and I'm not. Are you Wolf out?
No.
Are you Wolf out?
I mean, I don't know.
I love that. I love that answer.
Agnostic.
Are you Wolf out? I'm not.
Not yet.
I'm not. Not yet. I'm not yet. I think he's not. I think he's not doing what he's supposed to.
I think Wolf needs to read our tweets. That's what I'm.
He doesn't have a Twitter, but I mean he needs to do something to go back to 2002 first part of the
Okay,
season.
so I'm gonna ask you. You say that there are a bunch of stuff positive in this game. Give me a couple.
Pásanos los partidos, Jerry, and we're going to be talking.
Yeah, I mean, give me a couple.
Okay, the pressure that they have on the first 50 minutes, I was checking. I mean, you saw people running. I didn't see that before.
Can we mention that
Now,
there is no way that this team is on the end of the.
you see three
on the standings?
defenders. That's what we need to do, man. We need to try. We need to take some risk. Kevin, interrupt us anytime. So,
Do you see how Lima was on the right side? And
yes, I was
okay.
my mistake. Okay,
Yeah.
I probably saw him there.
Oh, by the way, we have a new uniform.
I love that. I love it.
That was a cool uniform.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got confused when I would look down and look up.
So I mean, well, I would say I do think the
Look the pressure. Oh, look at the pressure. Look at the people running. Go ahead, Kevin.
the pressure up top. We were pressing them really aggressively.
Exactly.
But then the problem was if they bypassed us, they were running in behind us in waves that first half. So like it was positive, but I think that probably goes back to the issue of what Michelle was talking about with the midfield.
You see how many people is attacking?
There we go.
Yeah, no, you're right. But you see how many people was attacking? Like 8 people there. I mean, I that's a positive for me. And Stuber or Stuber.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin. Go for it.
No, I mean I think the energy. I mean, our press has been horrible this year.
Yeah. Yes.
So just to have guys coming up with high energy, trying to win the ball high up the field, is great. It was risky.
Me regresas esa Jerry.
Wolfito was excellent in that one.
No, on that one.
Mm-hmm. On that one.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm telling Jerry to bring it back. Wolfito didn't run like that on games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, he ran more than the other 7 games on this season. Go ahead, Jerry. And he did that.
It was a really good one. Look at Wolfito how go directly.
Exactly.
And he saved the goal. He was pretty good in that.
That was really good. And you see the way he ran? Did you see? He ran like he was.
Yeah, but look the spaces. Look that one that is in the middle. You see that one that was in the middle? Nobody was covering that one. And it's because we are a so long team. We are not like very compact team that we need to be.
Mira, no man, that's a good thing. I mean, I think the pressure was good. The only thing is,
yeah, I mean, imagine the pressure was good, and they have like how many shots they have?
Both goals.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, but
18, 8 on target.
How much?
Imagine that we don't pressure.
But let me ask you,
they
Kevin,
like
Kevin
32.
should know this more than you and me. How much do you think is the yearly salary of LA Galaxy?
Oh, I actually don't know. A lot more.
You know, just Chicharito is making $5 million.
Yeah, and Pooch must be making a lot.
Right.
So let's say what 30 million?
No,
probably.
Now let's talk about this goal. I mean, no issue. I mean, it was an excellent play with that one. That's it.
Pero Wolfito missed it. Wolfito missed this one.
This one?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I check at the replay. Era Wolfito. Look Wolfito in the middle. Okay. Look Wolfito in the middle. On this pass. Look.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Miss
That's
it?
Wolfito.
But miss it?
Entonces, what he has to do? Let him pass.
I don't know.
Let
I
him
miss
pass.
it.
Come on, go to otro,
Because
por favor.
no, because he hit it. He hit it, and Ricky Puig saved it in that one.
Okay.
In that one.
Okay,
I think
that's
the
fine.
thing is, does he go to ground there? Did he go to ground trying to win that ball?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think it's just one of those things that.
Yeah, I think it was a really good
If
goal.
you're going for it,
Now that's an issue.
This one. Yeah.
This one is an issue. Wolfito lost that one, and that's a lack of experience. You cannot lose that one in there because that happened.
And he did two like that on the last game. Okay, we put the videos here.
Yeah,
he did two. They didn't score.
That one is the problem.
The thing is, you can have a turnover at that part of the field.
You cannot have that turnover when you are the last person.
Yes, that's the issue.
I mean, that's
so. But the thing
you
is,
need to finish the play.
Another player should have recognized that Wolf was that high and rotated back into that spot.
He has an easy one to hit it over to move it to the left side, and he didn't do it. Now this one, let's say this one was cost a goal.
Okay, páramela ahí, Jerry, y me la regresas hasta donde empieza esa. Okay, I want to say something else. 23,380,000 dollars. That's the payroll. Euros. Euros. So this is what, like
It's almost
26, 30. So it's the double. It's Austin FC double.
Right. I mean, they have deep pockets.
You see, Pachuca yearly salary is $7 million. Huh? That's the difference with all the coach and everything. Okay, Jerry. Oh, this guy. He said Valencia. What? $7 million.
Okay, but that's.
You
okay.
want to bet?
That's okay. Okay.
No quiere pelear.
Remember, $7 million. Pachuca. The yearly salary of Pachuca. When he said, when somebody asked him about Valencia, he said Valencia did a good job. I want you to follow. This is a play that we almost got the 3-0. Check on Valencia. Follow Valencia. Go for it, Jerry.
12 millones Pachuca. What you say?
Okay,
7?
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin, please interrupt me. Okay, go for the. Echa la jugada.
Thank you, Jorge.
Okay, I want you to follow right there. Follow Valencia.
Yeah,
He lost the ball.
He's walking.
Okay. He's walking. The guy who took the ball from him is the one who kicked
and
that one.
That's all that we want Valencia to do is not do that.
Look, he loses with him. The other guy starts running, and Valencia stays.
He's ball watching.
He's ball watching, exactamente, Michelle.
Sí.
Well, I
Oh,
mean, we needed a goal and we put Valencia in. I mean, that's a whole other problem, right? I mean, we're down and our subs are in midfield. We don't have anybody that can be a game changer off the bench, or the guy that could be. We don't sub in Jeff All.
¿Tienen las tablas, Jerry?
You had the person and can change the midfield, but you have it in the center back.
The center back.
I want to ask you something, guys.
Especially
Kevin. I want to ask you why we have we are on the 11th if Colorado has better goal average. Colorado has -5. In Mexico, when you have the difference, the goals in favor and goals against, when you have a better difference, they go.
No, yeah, that's what it should be. I'm not sure.
Because I thought we were gonna be on 12th.
Is it because Colorado has played more games and yet
Probably.
still has the same number of points as us?
Thinking.
That must be it. Must be how they're.
It's because is the number of points divided by the number of
it's gotta be
of games, and it's higher that percentage.
I hope one day in my life before I die I understand completely MLS.
That's never gonna happen.
Okay, well.
No. What is terrible is that there are 9 to go to the playoff.
Yeah.
9 of 14. That's like a Mexican liguilla, that everybody goes to there, and we are not even there.
Yeah. You know what I want to get off my chest?
Échalo.
So, a lot of people were very, very negative, and this one goes out to Houston about Héctor Herrera, calling him a wash player, calling him this and that, right? That his time was over. And this is my frustration with Austin FC. When you get an experienced player, someone, that can be that for the team. Houston did such a good job with him. And look at them now on the table. Like, look at him, the amount of work that he's been able to do. I mean, he's not their best player, right? But he is. Where's the captain armband? I correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, he's just done. Has had a great season. Look where Houston's at now, and it's just so frustrating that fans were just so quick to jump on him, and this is not to defend him just because he represented Mexico, but it's just, that's what happens when you get an experienced player in MLS.
No, and also the tickets on the stadium are getting better. On Dallas, on Houston, they're doing something. I mean, right here we don't need to do anything.
Right, and Austin doesn't have that problem.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything yet.
But I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if you guys have had the same thought. Houston being our rivals, Héctor Herrera. I mean, obviously.
I think we need to select better our DPs.
Okay.
We discussed it before, but that's what we have right now.
Let's say you're the sports director.
But even Houston is benching one of their DPs, right? Ferreira.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, let's do something. Ferreira, no?
Sí.
Yeah. And Ferreira.
Let's do. No, but Ferreira was like the top scorer last season.
I know. Why it's in the bench? Like, really?
They don't like
it. But if they are playing that good, keep it in the bench.
Exactly.
Right,
so let's say you're the sports director and you're the assistant, and we are the owners. What you will do with the team on this window? We will listen to you.
Like
anything
on the table,
coaches, players, whatever.
So within
selling and buying and whatever you want to do.
So within the bounds of like what you can do in MLS, I would buy out probably a striker contract. I would do whatever I can to get Alex Ring off of the DP. I would loan out Rodney.
Oh
no!
Do something for our man Rodney. I would get a DP striker, like a real striker, to run that line. Somebody that has gravity, somebody that can be a playmaker with Driussi. Probably like a bit of a false nine, right? Because Driussi can score goals. So what we want is like a Gabriel Jesus kind of guy, right? Like, something like that, and get Ring back into the midfield and move Owen potentially up wide into that spot, that tucked in winger spot that Rigoni's in. That's what I would do.
I will.
What your assistant will do?
I will ask for a center back. We need another center back at least as good as Leo.
You got 5 right now.
Yeah.
Who you gonna get rid of?
The two other guys that we never play, I don't even know the names of those guys because never play. You know, so remove those and put one of those. Bring a elite center back.
Like a $5 million, $2 million.
Yeah, a DP for the center back.
So you need a DP on center back, the DP which is Drusy,
and a
DP on the
yeah. So you have in the middle with your DPs over there.
What do you think?
So you have center back, Drusy. I 100% agree with him. I don't know why they give Ring at a DP position when was not a DP before.
Yeah.
I mean, you should manage that one. Rigoni is it's a good player, but not for a DP. I'm gonna say it like that. I mean, he can be there, but not as a DP.
Yeah, no.
And just put it as a striker.
Thing is, you can only buy out one contract a year
Yeah.
in MLS, so you got to choose. To me, I think Rigoni's been really disappointing, but he can. Several games this season, he's been fine, right? Playing in the way that Wolf wanted him to play. But so we can have him play there, but we can also sub him out, put Owen in those positions. The thing that we continue to just not have, and we haven't had in our history, is a striker, a really good striker.
And we put a sport director that challenged Wolf.
That's probably the biggest.
Please.
And I would say a real sporting director, not talking about the team, for the organization, that's the biggest signing in the summer.
And one more piece is that, I mean, now that it looks like a Christmas tree here, but I don't know why we have all these people injured. I don't know if we have an issue with the physical.
We talk about it on Friday. You see, because
almost
the people was injured. From Morrs and TV,
no one asked him.
Nobody asked about that one. How is Stuber? Stuber was injured.
Sí. Bueno, se dio
una molestia. Diego was injured, and they let him play until.
So Stuber was. So something is happening there. Now we have too many.
Before you see, that's what we talked on Spanish last Friday. We hired Ulises Segura that never played. We hired Asensio that he didn't play for one season. Ronnie Redes was, off the record, he was injured when he arrived here.
Hausen.
So and Corozo and people.
Diego, Comaneci. I mean,
the people that is around, they get injured very easy. Who is doing the physical job or work? If I'm the owner, you see, I wouldn't be here with you guys, but if I will be the owner, I will say, you know what? There are too many injuries. There are too many. It has to go through the people who's in charge of that. We don't have nobody I mean, we know their pictures, we know they're doing, we know they are the business people, but we don't have nobody to talk on top of Josh Wolf.
And we know that injuries is part of the game because it's a physical game. But if you have 1, 2, 3, and then you 5, 6, 7, 8, really?
But last season we were great with injuries, though.
Yeah, what's different this time?
No. Last season it was. Romagna was injured all the time.
Sure.
Romagna. Who else was injured?
Cascante
got in. No. Last season.
Corozo had
Corozo.
brief injury for a little bit.
Corozo played like one game.
Corozo played 47 minutes. 47 minutes. He made 300. And that's another thing. Right over here, the people from Wrestling TV, I was going to say something like, they say, oh, we got Corozo. Oh, we got these guys. Oh, we got these guys. They're not doing that often, anymore. But before, they were doing everything like, oh, very good, oh, very good. Corozo was, they signed a deal here, we know for the Association of Players. He was making $300,000 for the year. Mm-hmm. Okay? He made $300,000 for the year. And he was making $90,000 in Mexico, in Pumas.
Really?
He was making $9,000 a month I mean, less than $9,000 a month in Pumas because they kick him out from Sporting Cristal. And if you take him back to Sporting Cristal, he's going to make $5,000 a month.
Yeah,
Peru doesn't pay that much. So who is the one who signed $300,000 a player that was making 33% less?
They found him in a chat room. I remember like a Chris Bills article on the striker from last year, something like that. There's like they found out about him on some like new chat room or something like that for transfers. That's how they signed him.
Oh wow!
It's really stood out.
That's hilarious.
As like so that's how they scouted this guy. It's one of the things that.
Wow.
I mean, I was kind of like the We Are Austin TV guys, where I really had a lot of faith in the organization, kind of knowing what they're doing with signing players. I was like that way with Rigoni, because if you watch Rigoni's tapes, you can see like a crazy skilled guy, right? But also very strange up and down career. But I think this front office knows what they're doing, right? Like they clearly see something. They think that he's going to work really well in Wolf's system. I bet they can get the best out of him. That's what they did with Driussi. But
No,
it hasn't happened, and a lot of these guys.
I don't think it's like that. I don't think
a lot of these guys. It's not worked out that way.
No, exactly.
And GT didn't work out that way.
Exactly.
These projects
and
don't work out.
I respect the guys. I mean, I love Western TV because they're the fans. I mean, I don't complain about anything, or I don't criticize anything about them because they're fans, right? But the thing is, when we start digging on money, on things like you see here, we're the assholes, right? That's the truth. I mean, because we are trying to find something deep of what is happening to the team. It's not like we lost. Oh well, let's be together and we play next week.
Did you watch the game in Spanish or in English?
Spanish.
No,
Did you watch it in
Me
English?
siguió. Tengo un nuevo seguidor.
Oh.
Trujillo.
Trujillo. Do you watch it in English?
No, in English.
In English? In Spanish was Trujillo, Mariano Trujillo, that used to be in
Pumas.
Fox Sports. I mean, he played in Pumas and Sánchez.
Fox Deportes.
But he was in Fox Deportes. And he mentioned like 3 or 4 times, like that Austin put a lot of attention in Rigoni and say, hey, Rigoni has to be the player to play much better. And he mentioned, I don't know why Rigoni is always, or he mentioned like for a lot of time he's out and never appears during the game. He never asks for the ball. He mentioned like 3 or 4 times during this, like where Rigoni is. Why Rigoni is not playing or asking for the ball all the time? He's supposed to be that player. He mentioned like 3 or 4 times. I think it's like.
And going back to Driussi's, because I didn't see him mad. He said, I don't know how you hear him in Spanish. Driussi talking about why you asked that. You know, like I saw more like going back and forward conversation than he was mad. I don't think he was mad. But going back to that, I mean, Driussi doesn't have to defend Rigoni at all. I mean, he needs to just stop talking about that, stop talking about Rigoni, and let Rigoni do his own whatever. You know? If we don't like, because this is not Jorge. I mean, you see the Twitter. I mean, Rigoni is like really, really chased by everybody. Yeah. By everybody. I mean,
and it is not the only issue. I mean, we're going to mention it.
But right now, you see, we're going.
But everybody's going to that one.
No. We're going. You see, the drama on the Austin FC fans, it's unique, okay? Everybody went through Cascante last year. Cascante. Now this year, everybody's like, Rigoni. If Cascante goes back to the team, do you think it's going to change? Everything?
Do I think the way we play is going to change?
Maybe.
What do you think is going to happen? You think that when Cascante go back, what is going to happen? Cascante is going to go in place of Ring, and what is going to happen with Ring?
With Ring and Golfito.
Man, I hope that it means more minutes from Ring in the midfield. I do think, I mean, I have no idea. I'm not super high on Cascante. I've never been. but he does help us offensively, so maybe we'll actually score some goals if we've got him passing out of the back, which is crazy for a center back, right? But like
he has headers.
he scores goals, but also his distribution is really good. And if we've got Väisänen and Cascante, then we've got really good passing center backs. Maybe that helps things out.
So, but do you think that is gonna be Ring on the bench or Wolf on the bench? Or both of them are going to play?
I think it. No. I think Wolf's probably going to start most games. I think Ring should start more often though.
Okay, you probably didn't hear that, but about 4 or 5 weeks ago, Miguel said the reason why they took the Alex Ring ban, captain ban, is because his theory was Wolf was going to sit Ring and put Wolfito right there.
And because of that, I mean, who is going to be the captain? Oh, it needs to be Drusy.
Right. Well, there was some reporting that there was something going on with Ring in his personal life too, though. Mm-hmm. In the MLS media,
I think he's done after the season.
Ring is done.
Yeah, especially if you're going to take away his DP, right?
Yeah.
Or are you going to continue? Is he going to hold?
Well, he's not going to get a DP anywhere else.
I think Wolf mentioned that he has 1 more year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's guaranteed.
Yeah, but Cecilio Dominguez got 2 more years and they kick him out. So it doesn't matter
if you pay him, he's gonna go out. But you need to pay him the whole year.
Oh, okay. That's
you are the owner, so are you gonna pay the?
But that's the thing. I mean, who resigns or Shurla's week? I mean, who resigns these players? Who does the contracts?
He's gonna be out if they bench him instead of Wolf.
Yes. Claro.
But you think that's going to happen?
I hope it doesn't, but...
No, what do you think is going to happen?
It's a probability, yes.
Well, he's...
also, I mean,
come on, yo sé.
Agarritos para que te dé fuerza.
Quieren que diga lo que no.
I was just we should only be thinking about Ring within this season anyway, no matter what. Because also he's going to age out pretty soon. Mm-hmm. He's an older midfielder, so I think.
But he's done great, yeah.
I think he's gonna put Ring over there, and he's gonna bench Wolf.
Well, what I think is Austin FC, the organization, before we do any movement, they need to have the sports director. Yeah. They have to. Yeah. They need to say, you know what, there is no sports director, so me, Anthony Perkor, is going to be the new boss, and I'm going to decide. Perfect. We know he's the boss, or Andy, or Rubio, or whoever. But we need to separate Josh Wolf from this because he's damaging the players.
Okay, so
the players, they don't have anywhere to go, and they need to.
But Jorge, we're gonna play this week in Q2 versus the number 5, no, San Jose.
I think we're gonna win.
What you changed to make it better?
Right now?
Right now.
Well, according with what I saw, this is my theory, is Josh Wolf saw his son doing mistakes two games in a row, big mistakes, two games in a row. I think he's going to say, I'm sorry, your mom's going to be angry with me, but I'm going to bench you. Your grandma is going to call me, but I have to bench you. No, I think he's going to bench his son. I think
and who's going to be there?
Either Cascante or Kip Keller are going. They're going to go. They're going to go there, or
the new CB.
The new guy. Yeah, the new guy. And Ring is going to go to on the side with Pereira.
Oh.
Finlay is going to start again, and Rigoni is going to be there. And I think Urruti did a good job. He ran. He didn't have anything to kick, anything to score. But I think Urruti has to be there. When I saw Sánchez again, I mean, it's like, man, what is this guy doing with us? I don't know if you saw
4 years
something different.
Okay. We're gonna hide 4 years.
Who hide him for 4 years? That's what we do.
So, man, did you see the stats that I put out this morning?
No, man. Go ahead.
Like his.
Jerry, ¿no los puedes poner en el Twitter de Ken Morrs?
So if you look at his production throughout his career, season after season from 2018, the fall off this season is really dramatic, both in obviously he's at 0 goals or assists, but also just in the expected goals and assists, which is just like measuring chances, right? Just how many potential goals and assists does he have? That went off a cliff too this season. So, and he's 31, 32?
My age, 30.
I thought you were like 22.
22.
You said 22 and
So
Carlos 23.
he's so young. Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, like some guys age out earlier than others. I think we might be on that part of the curve for Zardes where he's aging out.
I think Zardes, man.
I don't know what else to explain other than, Wolf's system just not working for him, but he should be getting more chances than he's getting. Just based on everything he's done in MLS on multiple different teams since 2018. So what's the difference this year? It's just not that. That's why a lot of fans were excited about him. There we go.
Okay.
So look at that second column there is goals and assists without penalty kicks. And that's what that shows is like throughout his career, almost every other game, he's got a goal contribution, either a goal or assist. About 0.5, that means every other game. This season, obviously, he's a 0. 0. Yep. And then on the far right, that's expected goals and expected assists, and that's basically just what kind of chances, how many chances does he generate every game. And you can see pretty high up there, 0.6, 0.57, 1.0. 0.56 last season with a bad Rapids team. Wow. So that's that's him creating really good chances every other game, and then this year 0.32. That's a huge drop off.
So if you see these statistics before go to Austin, you can say, could be a good hire.
That's why people were excited about him, because he contributes really consistent. Those numbers are really consistent.
Are pretty good.
So when I was happy about it. I was like, this guy, like, if you look at his numbers, he actually does more than a Rudy, like, throughout the same period of time in the same league. So
he knows
probably he's going to work out.
Right.
And, man, look at that. Look at that data.
So when was the last time he played for the national team?
Oh, a long time ago. Got to be, like, almost 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point. It's been a while.
Okay.
He was pushed out of the national team a while ago.
But pushed out, or he doesn't have the level for the national team?
I think it was a combination of both.
I think better players came up. For sure. And he was never on.
So would you sign him for 4 years, according with your numbers?
I would not sign a guy at his age for 4 years.
Yeah. For 4 years.
Unless he's Messi.
But 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. I mean, that's the good thing about Rigoni anyway. At least they got him on a 2-year
Messi at 30, yes, for sure.
We're on a team that I will say, we're not like a rich team. Yeah. So we need to test the players before we do our contracts, right? Mm-hmm. So I will say, you can be here for 1 year with the option of 3 years.
You know who I think would be, and I tweeted this out, but David Rodriguez from the second team, I think he would be great. He's a forward. The way he plays, the way he just like...
David Rodriguez is the number 10?
Number 10.
He's very good. But he's too I think he's too young for him.
I know.
He's 20?
He's 20? Wow. I think he's 20.
You just never know until you see him at the higher level. You never know.
In press conference, he mentioned that he liked David and he's going to bring it.
Yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah, he said that. But,
no, sorry.
But David, who do you need to take? You don't bench Driussi. Do you think? Rigoni. Do you think he's gonna bench someone?
Finley.
That's the thing, though. Yeah,
Why not?
That's just.
But
Finley's getting old too. Finley's 32.
I think he's 20. He's 2 years older than his son.
You try it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but he's not gonna. I don't know. He tests the waters, but then he doesn't test the waters with what I want. So, you know what I mean?
Wolf's also just terrible at integrating new players into the team and giving them minutes in general.
Right.
So that's going to be a struggle.
Which is worrisome.
I disagree with that. Rigoni is playing a lot to be integrated. A lot.
Yeah, but I think what football critics said last week on the clip we put last week. He said there are some players getting rewards for his loyalty. And I assume the loyalty doesn't mean the soccer performance. It's just because You're loyal, like Escante, he's his friend. Okay, doesn't matter if you're injured, we're gonna renew you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna mention Leo, the new guy. He's playing all the minutes because he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Any
Because
question?
you don't have anybody there.
Do you question him?
Do you have any? You don't have any. No, you don't.
No.
You don't. But you don't have anybody there.
He's better than Gabrielsen? My opinion, yes.
I think yes. It's
So-
faster.
So
and it's better. But doesn't have the same
if you
leadership.
bring that kind of guy, it's good to have it there.
Sure, but when it comes to guys that kind of need to be, that aren't immediately starters and kind of need to play into the system, he did it with Owen, but he's not really done it with a lot of other players. I mean, Carozzo, again, like barely got a shot. He played 40-something minutes.
I mean, you see Kip Keller, you see Amro, Tarek. I mean, they messed up. I get it. They did mess up, but I mean, if what you want, if what fans want is Ring to come back to the midfield, kind of have some stability there, you need to trust, your players like Kip Keller, who has done an okay job, with the second team. So I don't know. It's just I don't know if he doesn't trust his players. I don't know. I don't want to say that either.
I think he's very precious about the intricate system of soccer that he wants to play.
Yeah.
And when guys don't get it at a really deep level, he doesn't trust them out there because I think he thinks the whole thing collapses if one guy, doesn't move to the right spot at the right time. I mean, that's a whole other conversation of kind of part of the problems with how we play. But then the issue is that when you have bench players, like, for instance, Owen last season, he got a lot of minutes, and now this season he's a lot better, right? You have to give people the opportunity to fail on the field, not just in practice, on the field, and learn playing with the first team in real MLS minutes, or else they're never going to get better.
Okay, but it will be judged equally, like Kip Keller did a mistake and went to Austin FC2. Do you think they're gonna send Owen Wolf to Austin FC2?
Totally different mistakes.
It's not, because
he's totally look at where the ball. Owen he was like top of the 18 and it was a turnover. Kip Keller passed it to Jared Stroud in our own 18.
Okay, but what was the difference?
But both of them was a lack of experience.
What was the difference?
You agree?
2-0, right?
Well, but also then the third goal in that St. Louis game was also on Kip Keller too, though. I mean, that St. Louis game was a complete collapse for Kip Keller.
Absolutely.
And I like Kip Keller a lot.
But the only way to recover him is put it again.
Yes, I don't disagree with that at all.
It was a terrible game.
I would say if he really thinks that Kip Keller has potential with the first team, then give him some more minutes.
Do you think Kip Keller has potential to be in the first team?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And if not, who decided in the draft that he was our first?
No, he was like a good hiring.
I mean, but if not, who took the decision?
Do you think Kip Keller is?
Cabrón, ¿por qué me vas a poner así?
No.
No te creas. I mean, Jorge, what else do we got?
No.
Just say he's a good player. Yes, no, that's it.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I think so.
But the issue with Keller, though, is exactly what we were just talking about. He didn't get any minutes last season.
Yeah.
So he started a few games and then he made a couple mistakes and he's out of he doesn't play at all. After I think it was like a penalty against
he had like a
red card and a penalty or almost a penalty against LAFC, something like that. I forget the exact thing, but after that moment, almost doesn't play all the rest of the season. How is he going to get better if we really think he's good? And then we needed him this season. He starts again. He doesn't start, but he replaces Cascante. And because he didn't get any minutes last season, he comes in and he's all out of sorts and gets absolutely destroyed in that game. And we got to send him to the second team.
Right, and then you get a new guy who's coming here, signing up until June through June.
And we're already in May.
A-Rad.
Yeah. And
Is he gonna play?
I think he's gonna play. He said he was gonna play, right?
He was on the bench, right?
Yeah.
This weekend.
he's got a resume like Gabrielson had before.
I was
he
gonna
arrived,
say,
so-
But they didn't. I mean, is that the guy who played only one game last year?
Yes.
that's because of a conflict with the coach, with the manager.
But either way,
Yeah.
Rigoni didn't play a full season on Brazil, the last one,
Yeah,
and the other guy, Amro, he played one game on the Egyptian. I think it has to be. Is that like a requirement? If you don't play for 1 year, you can.
that's what I'm saying. We got to stop projects. Like, let's
Or
stop
we need to know which
signing projects.
chat room they're hiring
They're
people,
hiring.
so at least we know.
I was
who's
looking at Gite's team. They're at the bottom
Ejection?
of the table. He hasn't had any goals. Yeah.
No assists, no goals.
The cabrón. I think he's not even. I don't think he's even benched, unfortunately.
But he's out of here. I mean, he
Yeah.
wanted to go out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hopefully
What
he's
else?
happier.
¿Qué más
at
tenemos,
least.
Jerry?
Right, and how
Yes,
he's
exactly.
retired.
¿Qué más tenemos, Jerry?
Cabrón.
¿Cuánto llevamos? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. A ver.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Es la Guardia del Norte. Saludos, cabrones. And it says, chica. Oh,
We move forward. We had a good moments, etc.
that's like one after other media conference. It's the same.
What do you
So
think he's
score
gonna say?
predictions
Score.
for Saturday,
¿Dónde?
San Jose.
Oh,
Score predictions.
¿empezamos de allá o empezamos con las mujeres o empezamos?
Ladies first.
Oh,
Always.
okay, ladies first. We can't make goals, so we play.
We went for the foul because
I don't know.
they forfeit, so we win.
1-0.
1-0.
Favor to San Jose.
Ay,
1-0
güey.
lost.
Yeah, I think we lose.
Te cambiamos por que se vaya que se vaya otro, por favor. Ándale.
1-0.
Okay, so what?
No, it's a tie. 1-1.
Man, I don't know.
Where is the goal gonna come from?
Let's say 2-1 Austin. Let's just be optimistic.
Okay.
2-1 Austin.
I think it's gonna be 1-0 Austin.
Okay.
I think Austin is gonna win.
Have been win? How many wins we have versus? Never. We never.
San Jose?
San Jose. Never.
We never had a win with against Dallas and we won, so it has to be. And I think
I remember that.
I mean, San Jose.
We lost
played
always 3.
Very bad
We
last
lost that
weekend.
one like 4-3 versus them, isn't it? That was
Yeah.
the game that
We
we
were
were
winning
winning
3-1.
3-1 or 3-0.
3-1 and we lost
4-3.
4-3. pero la Chofis no está. Chofis is not here anymore, so. And they played very bad on the last game. I saw they lost 3-1. So I saw the highlights.
Oh, we've never won.
Never.
It's 3 draws, 2 wins. San
Golf,
Jose.
hazme caso. Golf. Let's start again. Let's do the lineup for him. Stuber,
Stuber.
right? Okay. So
Lima Gallagher.
Lima Gallagher.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Lima Gallagher. Okay. Keep and Leo.
Keep Keller and Leo.
I don't know. I think it's going to be Ring again.
No. Who do you want?
What did you
Who
want?
do I want?
Yeah.
I want the new guy.
And
Okay.
the new guy and Leo. Okay.
Okay, the new guy. I go for
I
it.
agree.
Okay.
I think
I go for
he
it. Okay.
plays.
Go for that. Okay.
Okay. So we have the line. Okay. Now on
Danny
the.
Pereira and Ring.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Proceed.
Okay, Danny Pereira and Rick both. Por favor, escríbelo. And on the diamond, it's Driussi, Rigoni, Finley, y Urruti.
I think Rigoni needs to be on the
I was
right
gonna
side
say I don't
On the
think
right side,
Right side Rigoni.
and left side Finley.
because Finley is better on the right side.
He is better, but Rigoni.
Can we make a big change?
The what?
Jimenez go to the back and move Gallagher to the front and bench Rigoni.
No, they're not gonna bench Rigoni.
Oh, it's my 11. Did you want to put it there? Put it there.
And you want Jimenez as a captain too?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Why not?
Urruti.
Urruti.
That's
Sardes needs to win the initial 11.
I mean, I'm trying to put someone different than Rigoni, and I don't know who can be.
Yeah,
that.
but if you put something different right now, we're gonna lose again.
So Who cares? One more.
One more.
At least you tried.
But that's what we have been doing for nine games.
You don't want to lose your millimeter or whatever you put every Monday. That's what you don't want to lose.
I don't want to put it there anymore. I don't want to put it anymore. You see, 47 minutes Corroso did, and he has an assist, right? This guy has 900.
Rigoni is going to score. Rigoni is going to score.
When?
Wow.
This service.
All right.
Let's
hope so.
Yeah. Rigoni is going to score.
We'll see.
Pues yo no sé. I said when.
You say who is going to score, Rigoni.
And I don't know about you guys, but tomorrow we play the Conca Champions semifinals. Leon Tigres tomorrow. 9 o'clock if you want to see it. Okay. Nos vemos, Miguelito.
Nos vemos, Jorge.
Kevin, it was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thanks so
I hope
much for having
we
me.
can repeat.
Absolutely.
We can repeat this.
Michelle.
Every time we say bye,
Chiqui
This
Whisky.
guy's here.
he wants to be on. Ven,
He's not in
Chiqui,
the
aquí.
shot.
Ven aquí.
Can't see him.
Ven aquí.
Yeah.
Ven aquí. Súbete. Oh, ya lo pelamos.
Sí, pues sí, ya le vi que tiene.
Más que se ve en el mendigo frío.
Espérate, no te enojes. Ahí está. Ok. Perfectamente bien. Michelle, muchísimas gracias por
Gracias,
venir. Siempre es un
gracias.
placer tenerte. Y ahora mucho más.
Sí, que.
Ahora mucho más. Y ahora se va a sentar. Gracias, señores. Nos vemos hoy. No se les olvide visitarnos clubdeportes.com. Síganos en @clubdeportes y en todos lados. Ahí están nuestros twitters. Jerry López en controles. Muchísimas gracias. Carlos de Mirón. Nos vemos la
Jerry,
próxima.
¿cuál es el pronóstico antes que nos vayamos?
¿De Jerry?
Sí. Predicción.
Y va a quedar 2-1.
2-1.
¿Favor quién?
Austin.
Favor San José. Tú a favor San José. Ok. Muchas gracias, señores. Nos vemos.
Bye.